little 60 piece. That's only the neck though.
Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga, but we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it, and they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a ruler. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wooty-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God, nigga.
That wooty-woo, something. I know the police listening, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that wooty-woo, something. Nigga, cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
Different situations, etc. Meanwhile, Unc is like mega going out of his way every time. Probably because of Ant. Yeah. Well, I can't think of anybody else. I fuck with them. I would like to do content with the Island Boys again, but like, Kodiak Red made out with his own brother for OnlyFans money.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, you know, he literally, you know?
Sorry.
And then he just gave up on that fight halfway through the second round. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that, but like, in general, all I'm saying is that, like, okay, and then even I also see some comments that think that, like, their basic point is that 4XTRAZ is just, like, kind of standing in the way of people being able to be on the podcast and shit together. And I don't know even if they know that, but the fact that he doesn't want to be part of the cipher because Ant, probably because of Ant. Yeah. Well, I can't think of
What's the deal, y'all? Rich Sharper type of TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same here at TNN. Clap, Trap News Network, clap. Y'all like that. TNN, clap, Trap News Network, clap. Y'all feel me? We finna get into this content. Without no further ado, don't like, comment, subscribe for what we got going on here at TNN, Trap News Network. It's not good news you can use. It's not good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Hit us with a like, with a comment, with a good subscribe. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Hit that notification bell. Hit all. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Tap in with the tap in. If you ain't tapped in with that tap in, make sure you tap in with everything we got going on. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe. And we need y'all to be a part of this Trap News Network family, this Rich Trapper Mafia. Hit us up on Instagram, TRAPNEWSNETWORX, Trap News Network. And we want to make sure we point out to the fact of Young Ant Jefe and 4XTRAZ. Got some 1-2 stepping like Sierra going on. Now, it doesn't seem like 4XTRAZ is really too pressed upon it. He just stands on his principalities and his political standpoints. Meanwhile, I don't think Young Ant Jefe cares at all because Young Ant Jefe has sat down with Odie and Slim and other members of the neighborhood Crips, and he really wasn't tripping too much, and he was able to conduct himself in a professional and conducive manners, man. So big shout out to Young Ant Jefe. Don't care about nothing what the checks say. Big shout out to 4XTRAZ as well, too. We finna see what's going on in this Contiana, man. Let's get into it without no further ado. Let's get into
anybody
it.
else that give a shit about
I ain't hopping on there with him either.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't think that
him or Ralphie. So I got, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but ain't cool, calm, collective. Ant don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I tried to tell 4XTRAZ, like, this guy Ant, he's super chill. He ain't on no bullshit. He's chilling. And 4XTRAZ made it clear, like, nah, I ain't getting on it. Like, he's just like super, like the opposite of a brick baby who was kind of like looking for a reason to sit down with somebody that he's not supposed to get along with because he knew it would be good content. Instead, 4XTRAZ kind of on the other side of the. But I want to.
Now, that's the difference between Brick Baby and 4XTRAZ. They cripping for different reasons.
make this clear as well too, though. You know, even though I was open to it, but like motherfuckers know, like even the journey, the path I'm on, I'm not friendly. Like I'm not looking for no friends. I'm not trying to merge nothing that don't want to be merged or don't supposed to be merged. And I actually respect. I'm gonna respect the gangsterism. Like if I don't want to do shit for no content either, and me, if I ever sat down with him and been in the room, I'm not trying to do this shit for no content. That's not what it's not for me. Like I said, I deal with some of his folks, and I don't deal with them. None of them dudes on no content. They know who I am and what type of person I'm. I don't do shit for content. So. You know, I have talked to Brick Baby. Man, Brick Baby, we was chopping it up before he went down, though. But that definitely would have disappointed me if Brick Baby would have just wanted to sit down with me for some motherfucking content. Like I'm not with that. I'm not with that either.
Like even if like you guys are both at a place,
like every nigga I've been in the room with that's neighborhoods, like it had been genuine. I ain't sat down with ODM Slim. I ain't been around his cousin Sporty Loc. None of that shit was for no motherfucking content.
But you're saying
all
that
shit was genuine.
If you said that, if you met someone, like if you had met Brick, got along with him.
Yeah, because Young Ant Jefe has a history of sitting down with whomever he feels like is, you know, worth conversation. So, yeah, I don't think Young Ant Jefe has a problem with sitting with anyone, for real, for real.
Opted up with him for an hour off camera, and you guys shared, you know, a cool conversation. Then if it became an issue of like, yo, let's sit on camera, you would have been open to it if there was a relationship already kind of established?
Yeah, no, for sure. Hell yeah. Like I ain't one of them persons either. Like we ain't gonna never like get that misconstrued. Like hell yeah, I'm calm, collective, I'm humble, but like I'm not like I still got morals, and like I'm not just trying to sit down with nobody for no content. Like that's what we not doing. I don't care about no views and none of that shit, because like I know a lot of shit. If I want to be controversial or controversy, whatever, like I can be that, but that's not me. So it's like I'm not never trying to sit down for no content. Like it definitely, you know what I'm saying, had to be like genuine for sure.
Hey, for the record, me and Brick Baby was hollering before he even came on No Jumper.
Right.
I went on Street TV, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me and him was talking about doing a podcast together before we start podcasting. So like, cause we had bumped heads and then we had hollered and we became cool after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like,
which to me is amazing. I love the idea of just people being able to like get past stuff through podcasting. I think that's just like.
But then see, here go the thing too. Some things can be worked out through podcasting. Some things are definitely words over whoopties. Some situations you got to take a fade first and then podcast after. You feel me? That's it. Like some people just got to take a fade first and then that's that. You know what I'm saying? You get that out the way and then you can have a different level of understanding. You feel me?
Really good for the future of Los Angeles.
No, 1,000%. Has the 4XTRAZ zoo vlog come out yet?
Not yet, but hopefully very, very soon.
y'all went to the zoo?
He went to the zoo with Traplo Ross.
Yeah, and I feel like that might kind of sway a little bit of consensus back into.
Now, before we get into 4XTRAZ going into the zoo and all that kind of stuff, long story short, I think that it's imperative to remember. I think it's important to remember when it comes to what we have going on in our content space too. Joe Budden is somebody who's been on the internet for a long time prior to podcasting, vlogging, doing all these things that really paved way for us. Joe Rogan, never been in the streets at all as far as we're knowledgeable about. Adam 22, all that kind of stuff. Those are traditional podcasters. Then you have people who come from different walks of life who are non-traditional podcasters who might come from different levels of understanding and different levels of acceptability. And when you have dudes who are a little less polished, like a 4XTRAZ and all that kind of stuff, into a podcast space, and you expect them to, for lack of better words, conduct themselves like quote-unquote podcasters, when 4XTRAZ literally is a Crip by nature first. He didn't care about podcasts, and he went to his hood day despite the fact that all his podcast homies told him not to go, and he got arrested. So, you know, just because someone cuts some hair in the front yard doesn't. Why are they screaming outside of my window? Somebody's kid is screaming. Just because a dude has some clippers and he cuts hair in the front yard once a month, that doesn't make him a barber. Just because I put on some Jordans and I go to my local basketball court and I play basketball, I'm trash. That does not make me a hooper. Period, point blank. Just because 4XTRAZ is on a podcast don't make him a podcaster. Everyone should be dealt with according to who they are. When we stop dealing with people in accordance to who they are and trying to give a black and white of what should or what shouldn't, is when these situations and when these problems come in. We finna get up out here to the next one. Hopefully one day we will be able to see a Young Ant Jefe and a 4XTRAZ podcast episode, but we realistically probably won't. With that being said, red dots to the left, y'all know the rest. And it's through no fault of Young Ant Jefe. 4XTRAZ just not interested. And like Young Ant Jefe said, I'm not pushing nothing for boundaries or for clicks or for ticks because I respect myself and what I do. So both you know, gentlemen are correct. Both gentlemen have valid points and all that. You know, so, you know, that's that. Red dots to the left, though. Y'all know the rest. Free Avenue Angel tweets free. We go.